Hi, today I'm reviewing the Scion Chronicles by Eric Kent Edstrom. The Scion Chronicles is a 4-book series, a young adult dystopian series, and it's a great one. I really enjoyed it. I must admit I got a little bit tired of reading young adult when I just found that so many of them were about schools and love triangles, of which one was the stereotypical bad boy. Well, this one is not like that. Yes, it is set in a school, but only for the first couple of books. And the focus is on something much larger than the day-to-day lives of the teenagers. It's about the ethical concerns raised by genetic engineering and cloning, and it raises a lot of what-ifs. What if our brain, or our mind, could be uploaded to a server so that we could live long after our physical body had died? What if we could then have our mind downloaded into the young body of a clone? And if we could, what would happen to the mind of the body that we downloaded into? It's a fascinating idea and well executed by the author. I admit I stayed up quite late reading. It's a fascinating idea and well executed by the author. I admit I stayed up rather late reading and got quite excited by the concepts presented. The Scion Chronicles is a young adult dystopian fantasy about a bunch of school kids living on an island in the Caribbean, and they're called Scions. They've been told that the world outside is a wasteland and that they are being groomed to take positions of responsibility. They will become the new leaders, the saviours of mankind. At least that's what they're told. When they are 18 and they graduate, they will leave the island and go on to their new positions of responsibility. School life is highly regulated. They wear uniforms and they're organised into groups of 9, which are run with military precision. They don't have the choice of what subjects they're going to choose. That's decided for them. And the lessons are delivered by an artificial intelligence called Socrates, who was once a man until he had his mind uploaded into a server. He appears to the children as a hologram about so high, and he can deliver different lessons to different kids all at the same time. One of the continuing themes in the series is the nature of existence of an artificial intelligence. How is it to actually live in a server? I found the ideas here quite fascinating because they took on an almost metaphysical slant. The central character is JC, a 17-year-old student, and the bad guy is Dr. Carl Hagen, the headmaster of the school, who is a creepy old man who turns into a creepy and insane old man in a young man's body. In the first book, Daughter of Nothing, we see the first graduates leave the school. Now, one of the graduates has put a radio transmitter on himself so that his friends can see what happens when he leaves. The kids are taken into the medical facility for supposedly their final medical checks. What happens there is transmitted to JC, Vaughan and Humphrey, and what they hear is enough to make them realise that they have not been told the truth. However, it's not enough for them to work out exactly what is going on. But it's certainly enough of a mystery to make the kids keep trying to find out, and of course us as the reader keep reading. When JC finally works out that they are clones that will be overwritten by their progenitors when they come of age, she swears that she will not allow another Scion to be overwritten. But how is she going to do that when the person she's up against is a very rich and powerful old man? I love this series and I would love to be able to give each book 5 stars, but I can't, because it needs more proofreading. It's such a disappointment to have a book that is so good in so many ways, but is let down by this one really simple thing. The errors weren't enough for me to put down the book, but this was probably only because the story was really so good, as was the characterization and the prose. And the book didn't have any other common issues that would indicate a lack of editing. But the errors were quite notable, enough to pull me from the story, and some of them really should never appear in a published book. For instance, The difference between there and there. T-H-E-I-R and T-H-E-R-E. It's such a basic thing. Due to the proofreading issue, I can't wholeheartedly recommend this, but for anyone who loves a good sci-fi and who can ignore such issues, then really it's well worth a read. So that's the review for today, but please check out my award-winning fiction at the bookshop at talianewland.com. I write real magic, stories with the power to transform. Basically, fantasy and magical realism. And if you like this review, there are lots more that you can take a look at. And please subscribe to the channel so you can get more of them. I review really good indie books. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.